Hey everyone, thanks for watching MJS Coaching Football. I really appreciate it. Coach Sullivan here, defensive coordinator, and I hope your 2021 season was as successful as ours was. In this 3-4 presentation here today, I want to talk to you about one of our sim pressure coverages that we call Maroon Double with a wire tag. Okay, so subscribers, you know all about Maroon Double. Okay, and the previous presentation of this one, it was called trip tag, excuse me. Hence the wire is the like trip wire. We try and name things that way to make sense. So this wire tag is the opposite of the trip tag, and it's only to the number 3 receiver, and it must be in trips. All right. So what I'm going to do is go through the key terms over here on the left to help you better understand how we execute the wire tag, right? Maroon Double. Then over here, I have it drawn up versus a 4 wide receiver set with 10 personnel. This is third down. It's a passing situation. This is what we would normally see. When we face teams that had a real good tight end, that they keep him in the game, and they run tight end formations out of 11 personnel. So you can run it against that too. But what we normally see is 4 wide receivers or 10 personnel. So that's why it's drawn up here. Okay? So the first key term itself is the front, which is what we call 58 up. So your subscribers, you know what this is about, but non-subscribers, you're going to have to push that button. By covering up the 5 offensive linemen, we have a major impact on the protection. And then number 2 term, that's simulated pressure right there. That's our built-in sim pressure. You know, who's coming? Okay, so that's the simplicity of this. By lining them up like that, we impact protection and we're simulating pressure. Okay? So now behind it, number 3, Maroon Double. We use colors in our coverage system. So Maroon is man-free, right? Yes, he got a too high safety look, but he's a part of the double here. Okay? And this is what we would call lucky, because the double's on the left. That's also one of our blitz calls. They think we're blitzing. Awesome. In this particular presentation, we're not. We're just simulating that, right? So, excuse me. Maroon is a man-free. It's usually a 1 high safety look. We've designated 1 safety to be in the middle third. In this case, the other safety is going to be involved in double coverage, okay? So the divider leverage in this instance is we're going to be bracketing the number 3 wide receiver. So the divider leverage, where's the help? As an example, we have outside leverage on number 2 because the help with him is inside, right? In the wire tag, the outside linebacker is inside leverage because the safety's outside. So, it's all about knowing where your help is. Okay, so on the line of scrimmage, the leverage, okay, the assumption is the help is opposite. So in the case of this number 3, the help's on the outside. It's also deep. So it's a high-low bracket as well as inside-outside. Okay? So in the case of versus number 3 Toledo, we're specifying by a receiver number 85. So 85 is the number 3. We're going to execute the wire tag. Okay, meaning the outside linebacker has the inside leverage. Okay, and how that factors in, I'm going to get to all that in the diagram. Okay, something else that can be done that we've done in the past, sometimes it's not a specific receiver number like 85. Sometimes it's just whoever lines up at number 3 is the go-to because of their pass concepts. Okay, so have that flexibility as a coaching staff to, it's not, a specific receiver. It's whoever lines up as the number 3 receiver is going to be the go-to. Okay, so that's part of this as well. I'm just going to say it's number 85 for this presentation. Okay, so now the inside linebackers, we'll take care of them first. All right, our backer and our Mike, they're in a maybe wrap. Which means running back, who's got the running backs first, then that makes the decision as to who's going to cut number 2 second. Okay, so let's take care of the outside linebacker over number 2 who's in Disney, which is outside shade. All right, and let's take care of our inside linebackers. Okay, so Maybe. Maybe you got him, maybe I got him. Mike and backer, M and B. Those are all the different reasons why we call it maybe. On the snap, both punch out. So subscribers, you know what that means. Non-subscribers, you got to push the button. Okay? Let's just say the running back comes over here. So now the backer knows he has him, right? So now the Mike knows he's the rat. So he works into position toward where number two is coming from. Because if two doesn't come across, the rat spies the quarterback. Okay? But what if number two is running a hard crossing route, well under 10 yards, a mesh route, right? Well, we teach when you have outside leverage on a route, so if I'm on outside leverage to start and he runs inside, that automatically puts me, right, in what we call deliver. I'm going to deliver the route to the help. So what happens is the dime will deliver number two to the rat, who in turn picks up number two, and now the dime becomes the rat. They change assignments. And so now the dime's spying the quarterback. It's a beautiful thing. It's a lot for quarterbacks to pick up on the fly. Whoa, right? We're not talking NFL or FBS, so it's a lot. Simple for us, though. Okay, so that's how our inside linebackers work in conjunction with the outside linebacker over number two. So now to clean up this mess a little bit, this is a wire tag to double cover the number three receiver, who is number 85, and that's our game plan, right, for this presentation. So now, how do we go about handling the wire tag? Well, in the wire tag, the outside linebacker's inside leverage. The safety is 1/12 Oscar, which means outside leverage on number three. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Here's the double. Well, why would we run a wire tag instead of the trip tag? Right? Well, let's just say this offense likes to run deep corner routes, comebacks, deep outs. That's a big part of what they do. Then we'd run the wire tag. Who's in the best position to defend that? The deep free safety is, right? So that would be the reason we do it. If you ran anything shallow, even though he's got inside leverage, the rover's still in a position, to make that play. If the number three were to come in the same hard cross or mesh route, the rover's going to run with it and stay with it. There's nobody to pick him up. He's his own rat. Right? They're cutting two. If two doesn't come over, then they're spying the Q. Right? Cut two or spy the Q. It's everything rhymes. I love rhymes. Okay. So this is the big reason why we're going to run the wire tag versus the trip tag. So we just switch their alignments. And now to answer this question, sure, you can disguise it by lining up the other way and then stemming either just before the snap or on the snap. Sure, you can do all those things. I'm just going to line them up that way so you can understand why we do it. All right? No matter what, the whip in this case, single on the single receiver sides, rotating middle. There's that maroon, right? There it is. And we're manned up everywhere else. See, our corners, they got number one. You can't really help them a whole lot, although we do have some things on the single receiver side. You have to see other presentations. But we look at it as this is 9-on-9 football, men. So how are we going to defend and cover up the other 9 guys? Okay? So again, the big takeaway here is this is why we would run the wire tag instead of the trip tag versus number 3 receiver. Okay? All right, so as I said at the beginning, thank you for watching MJS Coaching Football. I really appreciate it. Now, to subscribers and non-subscribers alike, any questions, please reach out to me, CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com, because I would love to talk football with you.